Kia ora. Welcome to the Mish. I'm Tahu. I don't know if I've said that on here. Anyway, that's who I am. I'm Tahu. This is like an explanation video of who I am, what this is, what I'm doing, and why I am doing it, I guess. I'm Tahu. We already established it. A coffee drinking. Fish loving Māori boy from Manaia. I've got a fiance. Her name is Che. We love Che. Me and her have a media company together. She was working at a different company last year, but we own the media company together, and I was working the media company. I got to the end of the year of our work year, kind of just doing the same thing we've always been doing. Oh, hold on. I think this might be Che.
Okay.
Right, I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
I love you too.
Sorry about that. Where were we? We got to the end of last year and we looked back at our year and we thought, another good year, but another year doing the same kind of thing that we had done the last two. Like, we had built this business so that it can run and provide for our lives, but we had gotten it to that place the year before and we had just kept it there at the same kind of rate. We had reached a kind of plateau. We had all these different options, but the only goal around those different ara or pathways was how much money will we make here, how much money will we make here, how much money will we make here. I guess as Māori, we're born to move. Our people couldn't sit still on the beautiful islands over there. So they got up, they built waka, and they got over to here, and they built again, and they moved again, and they kept going and kept growing. So I think it's in us as Māori to want to keep growing. And that year of stillness, if you ever like slip into sad times, because I deal with depression and anxiety, and whenever those mare come up on me, it's normally because I'm still and not moving. And it doesn't mean just like still and resting, because you can intentionally rest, and that's good for you. But I mean not getting past where you've already been past. You know, you're not pushing yourself to get any better than what you were yesterday. That's where I was. I was in that still place, and that brought me down. I think at the end of last year, there was so much shit going on with politics, with tauiwi overseas and all their pakanga, which was all through my media, social media, and it was just all sad, like tamariki dying over in Palestine, us over here fighting for our rights still, getting our language, I guess, minoritized again. Like, it was just mayhem, and in my head everything was just like dark. And because that's the narrative I've been fed from society, plus I was in a place already where I was thinking about how much I'm not growing, and being reminded that society isn't growing either, because they're still warring, they're still fucking trying to abolish Māoritanga from our whenua, which is just crazy to me and won't ever happen because we're just too handi. It was too much. It was too much darkness for me to deal with. So I looked around at what I had, and I thought, what makes me the most happiest in the world? What would I want to build my life around? And obviously my number one thing that makes me happy is Che and my whānau. So I already have that. They're gonna come with me on the ride no matter what. So that's good. I've got that box checked off. And then I thought to myself, well, who am I? Am I entrepreneur? Am I social media influencer? And I really looked in the mirror and I thought, who are you, Tahu? And the only thing I could come up with was a Māori boy from Manaia. Cool, so let's start there, Manaia. What's Manaia to me? Why do I love that place? Well, Manaia... That made me a little sad. Because I haven't got to think about my whānau for the last week. I haven't had to because I've been moving. Manaia to me is everything. That's my whole world in one place. Like that's where my universe ends and stops. So everything I am and everything I've learnt is all from that whārua. Now actually extending into Rātana Pā with Che and her whānau, because I can't say that they haven't shaped me into the man that I am today, because they've changed me a lot too. For Māori, our whenua isn't just a hill. Hey, that's not just a hill. To someone else, that's a breathing part of their body. For me, when the water at home rushes over me, it's like welcome home. It's like it's cleansing. It's fucking spiritual, dog. The morning shift. Honestly, it's fucking spiritual. Like my moana and my awa have always been my oranga. Because I was raised on the sea with mussel farming parents, I was always deeply connected with the moana. But in particular, my moana, tikapa moana. And I grew up barge fishing and diving, scuba diving for kai, because Māori don't just go out and do this stuff for fun. You got to get a kai first. That's the number one, is feeding the whānau. So I grew up on the moana, and that place was all my first happy memories, was all my first bad memories. All my first memories are out on tikapa. So that place is somewhere I can go to whenever I'm feeling pauri, whenever I'm feeling ohorere or rangirua, mahurangi, like I can just go home. And when I get home, everything's right. It's like as soon as I get to my coast and see my moana, everything in me slips away. You forget about the bills, you forget about delivery dates, you forget about anything, dramas, gossip, online, everything washes off me, and all I see is my moana. And it's a healing feeling, because I can always go there for healing and just let go, let it wash away with the moana. Go fishing, go diving, do whatever, something, swimming, and that would be my way of feeling better. So now I know I'm Manaia, I'm Māori, and I'm the moana. The moana is what I need in my life. And I looked outside at all my shit. I had a fucking golf cart, CrossFit gym, blah, blah, blah. But I had my boat, my truck, and my rooftop tent. And I thought, I've always had a dream of traveling around Aotearoa and fishing and diving in all these other places that I see on Matt Watson's show, on TV, on the ITM fishing show, on YouTube. All these fellas slaying it in all these cool ass places. I wanted to do that on my days. It's gotten hot. Okay. Yeah, so I've always wanted to do that trip, and I looked up how could I? I had only thought around, well then, how could I fund it? How could I get funding from Te Māngai Pāho, for instance, or, get it on Māori TV, get it on TV2. Like, how can I do this all for free and get it paid for and profit off it? Pretty much was how I thought about it. Profit off it for my pocket. Then I realized I don't need to make this about money. I don't need to do this for anyone else kind of thing. I just need to do this for me because it's my dream. And I preach to tamariki, dream as big as you can. Dream as big and as far as you can and fucking go for it. But my biggest dream was accessible to me. Hey, I had my truck, I had a boat, I had a rooftop tent, and my biggest dream was right there. I let all these other factors determine whether or not I could do it. When really, my biggest dream was right there to be followed. So, I think it was the 20th or 21st of December, I told my fiance that I need to go do this trip. And Che, the beautiful woman she is, was so supportive. And she was so happy to hear that I had let go of the rat race, I guess, because I just don't want to do that shit anymore. I don't want to do anything that I don't want to do. It's pretty much what I've chosen. And so I got all my little pennies together, I bought my giwas, and I've pretty much got my life sorted for the next year here. Me and Chase sat down together and I opened up to her about not being happy with how things were going, not with me and her, with myself, and how I haven't been working hard enough to be satisfied with my days, really. And she could see what I was feeling was real. And at the same time, she's been dying to get home to her place, which is Rātanapa. Originally we thought, well, how can we make this work where you can come on the road and then drop off and do a little bit of our business stuff and then drop back on. And we realized with all her other commitments, haka's being one. And for those of you that don't know about kapa haka, it's pretty much the pinnacle of Māori entertainment competition. Pretty much. Get done with that explanation. I don't know what the Pākehā word is for it. Because of her passion for her art, which is kapa haka, plus her kāinga, she could not let them down and come on the road with me because they're prepping for regionals at the moment. So we said, well, maybe after regionals you could come. And she realized, well, her dream this year was completely different to mine. She wants to grow the business. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that anymore. And she was like, so give it to me. And I thought, well, if she was willing to stay back and do her own momo healing at her kāinga, I could feel safe enough to leave her knowing that she's in the hands of her whānau. Because that was another really big thing for me with leaving. It was, I haven't been away from Che for the last 3 years. Since we've got together, we've been glued by the hip. So I was really rangiru about leaving her, eh? It was really hard because we've built this life together and I thought it was my dream life, just to realize I didn't want any of it. And now we're at a crossroads where She wants to push on her path, and I need to go on mine. But we know it's only for a time. Being strong enough to look at each other and let each other choose ourselves. You know, in a relationship, it's really hard because you're told to put your partner first, but you forget about who you are and how do you do things. And we said, well, what if we both just went for it? What if we both just went for it? Like, we both went for our dreams. Her dream is to build her business that can help build jobs for people at her kainga, help tell stories of her kainga. She wants to serve her people. Who am I to stand in the way of that, you know? So I said, go home, serve your people. I just need to do some growing, eh? Like I need to find out who I could be. I needed this for purpose. Like, I needed new purpose. Oh shit, my coffee, mate, spilling on me. Oh, that's hot. Damn. Idiots. It was really hard for me to leave home. I haven't done that before, like where I've left home knowing I'm not coming back for a long time. Because I always go home. Like, I don't think I've been away from home for more than 2 months. It was really hard for me to leave my whānau. Because we're pretty tight and they're my everything. So, like, my whole world, my whole net worth is my family and Che. I just want to fucking chase something hard. Chase it. So I'm going to chase this. When should I start? Like, middle of the year, after the year? Why not just start? That's how most things happen, eh? You just start. So I just started. January the 1st, I started in Coromandel. I started in Coromandel because obviously Manaia, and we love Manaia. I started there because I wanted to finish there. That's the biggest reason. I want to go home. I want to finish at home. Home's always there, so I can go back at any time. If it's bad enough, get home. I can leave all this shit and just go home anytime. So, knowing that, then your heart's all good. Because you can always go home, forever. I can always go home anyway, I don't know about you fellas. And then, and it was fucking hard, eh? It's really hard to leave your other person, because, like, when they say they're your the better half, like, she feels like half of my wairua, like, half of my spirit is her. So leaving each other for an extended amount of time it's fucking scary. It's scary, and it hurt. It hurt to watch a whole half of me walk the other way. But you just gotta find your whys again, eh? Why are we doing this? Well, we're both gonna go chase our dreams and be the best people, be tika and pono, and be happy individuals, so we can come together next year when we get married and be ready for life together. Because we can face it alone and we can fucking face it together. Because we're getting married next year. But yeah, we're getting married next year. So that was what else with the timing was perfect. Like, we're getting married next year, and me and Che, even though we want tamariki, haven't been blessed with that honour yet. So we have time. We have time. She has time to build our business to what she wants it to be, and I have time to go explore and really dig deep into who I am. So now I'm alone in the Noda base, still on the east coast, just before Tolaga on your way down the coast, and I'm only here for the night. I'm going to go out there and slay it in the morning. Slay it. Maybe go slay it tonight. Go have a little look around, flick off the beach or something. And then I'm going down to Rongomai Wahine, Mahia Karangamai. That is where I am going. So I'm going from Ngāti Pro to Rongomai Wahine. And then after Mahia, heading down Takitimu, Kahungunu, I am coming for you. So now, how do we want to carry on this trip? I'm loving it. I'm loving my journey so far. I've been able to catch up with so many fellas I don't normally get to catch up with at their kainga, which is wicked, and I can't wait to keep doing that down the coast. But I also can't wait to have some followers on. And so this is a kainga to the followers, actual. And if you want to catch up or have me over, if anybody's got a spare little plot to park my boat and truck on, and I can come camp at your fellas for the night, that'll be cool as well. Because I'd love to meet anyone, really, and learn anyone's story. Yeah, so if you're keen to host me, then DM my, and I might come stay with you fellas. These don't look too dodgy. Nah, but yeah, I'm gonna just be doing this all the way along, stopping in at wherever anyone will have me, or wherever my bros are and want to catch up. I'm staying on the east coast all the way down to the bluff, and once I get to the bluff, I'm coming up the west coast all the way to the Cape, and then once I get to the Cape, I'm coming back down the east coast all the way back to Manaia, baby. Well, yeah, and I'm just gonna keep posting, keep making stuff that I like to make, because I've been loving it so far, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Thank you for all the tautoko, by the way. You guys have been really supportive of the haerenga so far, and we've still got no putia. We're still running on independent land, and I'm loving it, eh? We'll take sponsors when we can get them. Obviously, make it the job easier. Always make the job easier. But it's felt cool running and gunning this all by ourselves, living off the whenua and the moana and these two hands. Keep following it, iwi. Heaps of Mish to come. Me. Mā te wā e hoa mā. Miss you, Jay.